hello there YouTube, it's Ro here. Thank you for visiting You Grow Ro. If this is your first time here, I hope you'll consider subscribing at the end of this video. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Today, I'm giving you some content that I don't normally make, mostly because I don't travel as much, but I made it a priority this year. And this year for my birthday, I wanted to come visit my mama. So I'm taking the trek from Cleveland, Ohio. My flight was at 12:30. It was a beautiful sunny day, nice and warm, and my first leg of the trip takes a hop over to Phoenix, Arizona. That was a four-hour plane ride. So while I was there, I picked up some Cleveland kimchi pickles. I couldn't believe that I had that there. Enjoyed it. And then finally, the second leg of my trip from Phoenix to Albuquerque, 1 hour and a piece of cake.
Roadrunner. It has a Roadrunner painted on the side of it. You see it?
Yep.
Yeah, and it's the daily transport between Albuquerque and Santa Fe.
Hey YouTube, it's the next day, and I showed you that I made it and everything went out without a hitch. After she picked me up, we stopped at a place in, I want to say the city is called Bernardillo, and the name of the restaurant is The Range. It's one of her favorite places to go whenever she goes to pick up friends or family from the airport, or for whatever reason, if she's going to visit family in Albuquerque and whatnot. Anyway, so we went there and I had my first smash burger. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It wasn't what I expected, but it was their version of it and it was tasty. So yay, I can check that one off the list. By the time I got home, got to the hotel here, it was 10:30 my time. So I was pretty tired, but it was 8:30 here in Santa Fe. So I didn't have the energy to do a whole lot. I didn't record anything once I got to the hotel. All I did was iron my clothes, unpack, then iron my clothes and went to bed. That was about all I could handle. All right, but today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. And we're gonna be doing some gardening things. Mom wants me to help her plant out her side yard. I think she got some planters over there, something small. So we're gonna go to the nursery, and then hopefully I can find some seeds while we're there, because of course. And she also wants me to plant up her she has 2 arrow gardens that I got her for various occasions. And so we're gonna do that. And then I know we have plans to go to Jumbo for dinner tonight. And then other than that, I know she went over the details with me yesterday in the car on the ride home from Albuquerque, which is an hour ride. But I was so out of it. I don't remember what all she told me. So it's gonna be a fun day. Yay, happy birthday. So you said this is Old Santa Fe?
Yeah, this is Old Santa Fe. The street is called Agua Fria, and as we go farther south, we will go to the original Agua Fria, Old Santa Fe. I mean, even older than where we are right now.
So when you say old, how old are we talking?
Well, Santa Fe was founded in 1610, so it's 414 years old.
That's definitely old.
So,
I think that qualifies.
Qualifies, yes.
Oh, look.
And she's designing.
Hi. I was visiting my mom and I noticed your yard.
That's George R. R. Martin's bookstore. And this is also his, this is Jean Cocteau. He bought this one movie theater, one screen movie theater.
Wow.
He also owns the Sky Railway.
George R. R. Martin.
Yes, George R. Martin. Wrote Game of Thrones, the series.
Now, weren't you telling me he lives here now?
Yeah, no, he's always lived here.
Him and Robert Redford.
Right, Robert Redford lives here. Robert is 88 years old, and she's pretty.
He's been around for a while. Agave. Deer grass. These must be perennials of some sort. Chocolate flower. A must for chocolate lovers. The fragrance of chocolate fills the morning air. Interesting. Mexican sage. That smells good. Look at that beautiful cactus. Wow.
Pink wild snapdragons. Cardinal red penstemons. Okay. I'm gonna go for like 4 penstemons.
4 penstemons. You care what colors?
Yeah, I don't want them all the same. I want them different.
Poppies.
I've never seen.
I know that it almost looks like asparagus.
I've always loved
Scarlet sage. What is that? Oh, it doesn't smell like regular sage. This is just an annual. But it doesn't mention eating it. I think maybe it's just part of the sage family.
Yeah.
The stems are square, so okay. More ornamental than anything. And then blue sage. Oh, it's a version of salvia. That's what these are. Okay.
Okay, we're gonna pass them by.
Sunflowers? Oh, lavender.
Oh yeah, I have to have.
You gotta have that lavender.
Really? Hello.
Do we just get a cart or
How
something?
about we get a cart?
Look at these fun baskets. Do we need a basket or do we need a cart? They got baskets.
We have to have a basket.
Desert marigolds. That's pretty. Looks like chamomile.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's pretty. Maybe bush beans. So what was that thing you were telling me about the New Mexico flag? It's the Zia.
Zia is one of the tribes, Native American tribes in New Mexico. We have 19 Native American tribes here, which the Zia is one of them. And the Zia is a circle with 4 shoots coming out. Top, side, bottom, left side. And they stand for the 4 directions, north, south, east, and west. For the 4 seasons, they stand for
4 elements.
right, exactly.
Cool. All encompassing.
Right, so my sushi pen store is.
Okay, so we got Mom all potted up. Up top here, she has, oh here, I put it in the wrong thing, there it is. The Rocky Mountain penstemon and a blue sage. Then on the second row, she has blue mist penstemon, James penstemon, firecracker penstemon, and 2 California poppies. They look a little hit, but hopefully they'll pull through. I put them on the side here so they'll get some shade earlier than these other ones, and they won't continue to burn till they get a little bigger. And then down here she has scarlet sage, verbena wrightii, half hardy. Huh. Pretty purple flowers. And then down here she has her bush morning glories and room to grow.
Talking to the lady who's been carrying food out.
Gotcha.
He's the guy who came to talk to you. Took my glasses off.
So we just had a lovely day. Did you enjoy the day?
Absolutely. It was a thrill from morning to night.
And it is nighttime. We started at 9:30 and it's now 8:30 p.m.
Right.
Santa Fe time, 10:30 my time.
That's
I'm
right.
tired, she's tired, and we're getting up early tomorrow, but we'll bring you guys along. Bye.
Bye.
Happy Saturday. Here we are, what's Friday, Saturday? Yeah. The second full day here in Santa Fe. Super excited. We're getting started fairly early because we're going to the literary festival. And at, I think, 9:15 a.m., Amy Tan is going to be doing the presentation. She wrote the Joy Luck Club and a book about birds that my mom was telling me about last year, I believe it was, that she really liked. I read a piece of it, but I never read the whole thing. Not because the book was bad, just because I don't make time for reading. Anyway, so we're going to do that. And then we also have our pedicures set for today. And we're going to be doing some more shopping. And is today the Skyway Rail? I think so. This evening, I think we're going on the Sky Rail. That's going to be a treat. I'm looking forward to that. So we got a lot of stuff going on. Yesterday was incredible. Thank you so much, Mom, because I know you're watching. Thank you so much. What a wonderful trip this has been. And it's not even over, guys. So we're going to bring you along just like we did yesterday.
In 2016, I was filled with despair. The tenor of our country had changed, and I will say among the things that was happening, there was a lot of racism, and I felt it directly.
I was singing the Get Me In, you remember?
is their farmer's market.
Yep. Okay, back in the 20s, this guy named Will Schuster constructed this puppet called Zozobra. Zozobra! And during the festival time, at the end of August, beginning of September, started off with the Hispanics and during their feast days. And so he built this really super tall puppet, and with all these big hands and big bow tie, and what he did is that what he wanted to do was to have people bring all their sadness and all their grief and on little pieces of paper and throw it into Zozobra. So during the time where Zozobra was, he's going to be burned, and you're going to burn all your grief away.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was done at a park near here, and Zozobra was set up, and then there were dancers and people that went on for a really long time, and up and down the stairs and with wands, and then finally they lit him, and when they light him, they yelled, burn him, to get rid of all of the nastiness. And there is the Zobra. Let me pull in so you can see him. Look at him.
There's a Zobra.
There's a Zobra. And he's normally maybe 2 times as big as that. And Opportunity went down to the rail yard where we're gonna park the car tonight. And then Cafecito came in. And what's nice about it is like the green.
She got the steak salad.
Mm-hmm.
Argentinian steak salad.
Mm-hmm.
And I got the scrambled eggs with ham and fries and green chili.
Throughout the years, like, well, you know, like, yeah, that's kind of the thing with her, isn't it? Like, you used to know her and think that things were cool, and then they really were not cool enough. So that was kind of a weird thing. And that actually, but in its way,
Look at that.
confidence, because I thought, well, I don't need to work for him to work with this. Well, I can just do it myself. And so here we are. And the irony of that is that when she was open, she told me, one day this could all be yours. And now it's hilarious because I told all the clients we were doing, we're this one, and it's, oh, it did actually end up that way. But it's strange. There's still
He was telling me this is the oldest trading post, and it was built in 1603. They have a 30-foot well downstairs and some tunnels that have been blocked off for 100 years. Lots of history. They used to travel those tunnels to get around because it was dangerous to come up during those times. So, quick story for y'all. So, Friday night, the night of my birthday, my mom dropped me off at, I think it was 8:30 p.m. And so I went and came to the room, but then decided I wanted to have a birthday beer. So I walked over to the bar. They have a bar, like a small bar in the motel or hotel, I'm sorry. And there was nobody there. I sat down, started texting to Tim for a little bit. And then in the meantime, the people that we went to dinner with at Jumbo and my mom had all created this group text thread. So I was responding to something that they were saying, and I was trying to come up with a word. I was coming up blank. And this woman in the meantime had sat next to me, like one seat over. And I turned to her and I said, listen, I'm trying to write a response to something, and I'm having a brain fart. I can't think of this word. It's on the tip of my tongue. Now, keep in mind that on Saturday, today, I had already had plans with my mom. She had gotten us tickets through a friend to go to the Santa Fe Literary Festival. This lady says to me, "You're in luck. I'm a writer." And I'm like, "Oh, great. You know, you got great vocabulary, I'm sure." Well, we go on to chit chat for about an hour, and she was mentioning how she had other things planned and she just didn't have the energy to go do it. And she, you know, changed her mind, and she ended up at the bar, same as I did. And she was so glad that she had done that. And then so we continued talking, and before we part, I was going to close my tab, and she wasn't done with her margarita. And I was, you know, gonna go back to my room, and she says, "Listen, can I do something weird?" And I go, "Sure, what are you gonna do?" Because, you know, I think of myself as weird. And so, you know, let's unite, right? But she says, "Here's my card." And she's like, "Look for me at the literary festival." And I go, "Oh my God, that's right." Because it occurred to me, well, I'm going to be going there anyway. And she goes, "Yeah, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be part of it." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness. Well, that's awesome." You know, so I took her card, and she said, "Here's the thing. We'll make a deal. I'll buy you your birthday beer, and you come and buy my book tomorrow, and I'll sign it for you." And I was like, "Okay, that's fantastic," you know. So we ended up going. Amy Tan, like I said, was amazing. We enjoyed it very much. And then so we went out to go look for her. Now, we couldn't find her name in the program at all, but I'm like, I know she said she was a part of this. Well, we were just about to buy the book. I wanted to buy the hard copy of the Backyard Birds Chronicles, and I'm standing in line, and it's her, it's Deb, the lady I met at the bar. And here's her book. So of course I picked up her book, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy it. And then I went over to her, and we went back to her after I said hi. And then she signed it for me. Like, that was crazy. How did I get so lucky? I got to hear Amy Tan talk about her book about birds, which, by the way, I'm into now. I mean, well, I have been, as you know, if you watched any of my videos last year, I finally made the purchase of some bird cameras. But then Amy Tan wrote this book, and now I absolutely have to finish it. I did read a little bit, but, you know, not the whole thing. And then I also got to meet the writer of this novel, a geologist writer. How did I get to be so lucky? That was awesome. You ready?
Oh.
Once again, it was another jam-packed, awesome day. In addition to what you saw, Mom and I also went to Wild Birds Unlimited. We got pedicures. We took a tour through downtown, driving tour, and we also went to the Los Poblanos farm store. So I am pooped yet again. Someone had asked me yesterday if was thinking about if I could live in Santa Fe, and I said no. I love this for her, for mom, but it's not for me, And but then I got to thinking, she had mentioned to me for some reason that there are 310 sunny days per year in Santa Fe. And I was like, whoo, that's a strong argument for changing my mind. Because, wow, I just think about every day I've been here, it's been lovely and sunny. Not necessarily the warmest days. I mean, it's actually warmer in Ohio right now, but it just feels good to have all this sunshine on me. It just really does. It's nice. So, yeah, cool. So today is Sunday, May 18th, I want to say? Yes. Sunday, May 18th, and we're heading off to go to a spa. It's called Ojo Caliente, and it's like natural hot tub springs, I guess. And it's the water has all types of healthy minerals in it, and so we're gonna go have a healing soak, and I am stoked about this. I know what I'm picturing in my head, and I started to go on the website, but I stopped myself because I'd rather be surprised. But me bringing you guys along as usual. So looking forward to that, and then I will probably go grab some lunch, and I don't know much else after that. Might try to cram something else in, but I'm gonna have to start packing and getting ready, although I'm pretty packed up. Pretty good. I don't spread out too much. So this is gonna be a fun-filled day yet again, a relaxing day. I'm looking forward to this. Here's the fit for today. How do I look? Leggings. Because it's only supposed to get to be 66 degrees today, but sunny. I was reading that the website for the Ojo Caliente, and it said it was one of the few hot springs, spa, and resort type of things on Earth.
Yep.
Let alone like in the U.S.
Yep.
And that it was full of 4 minerals. I think it was lithium, soda, iron, and arsenic. Yeah.
Talk about the vast open spaces.
It's beautiful. can't believe this spa experience is over. I want this to last forever. Mom's already gone back to change into her clothes so we can make that, I think what is it, hour and a half drive back home. And I'm just taking it in 5 more minutes because there's no telling if I'll be able to come back here again. Hey YouTube, it is Monday, May 19th, and it's travel day. I'm leaving today. I had the best time. It's 5:30 in the morning, and I'm ready. I forget what time my flight leaves, but Mom's gonna be here at 7, and I just wanted to get up a little bit early to make sure I'm not forgetting something. So when I came here, I just had that suitcase and this bag, but we bought so much stuff that I had to get another bag in order to fit everything. It was either that or ship it, and neither one of us wanted to do it, although truthfully, since it's this late in the game, that responsibility would have fell to her at any rate. So I got all kinds of birthday goodies.